Welcome to Stark Days, the diary of Reggie Stark. This podcast was written and performed by Ezekiel Robison. It was produced by Funky Monkey Voiceover. Visit us at funkymonkeyvo.com.
All right, well, here I am. I'm back. That's right. I know it doesn't seem like I've been gone very long to you, diary, but I've been away for a while. So here we go. Dear diary, today is day number 5 or 6. I don't even remember. I've been gone so long. So because Detective Casey with the city or whatever is so damn good at his job, they kind of found out that it was me that was crashing around in those cars. And so I had to go to court for vandalism of property or whatever. But it kind of worked out okay because that mechanic wasn't supposed to be running that out of his house, his business, so to say. So, and he wasn't supposed to have all those cars parked up and down the street. So I just had to do some community service, you know. So I am so tired of picking up trash. I swear to God. Anyway, that's all behind me now. It is April. And let me tell you, diary, spring has sprung. Oh, my Lord. The flowers are coming up. The bees are zooming around. The little birds are building their nests all over, you know, in the birdhouses and things. Those horny little teenagers are walking up and down the street, you know, trying to hug on each other and everything. Anyway, this is my favorite holiday, spring. Now, I know it's a season. It's not a holiday, but that's okay. To me, it is a holiday. And that's why I don't have a job very long, because I always tell them in the interview I need to take off a holiday in spring. And they always say okay, and then when spring rolls around, they don't realize that I mean like it's a couple months that I'm gone, and then they tell me something about that not being acceptable and appropriate, so I just get fired. But I love spring. I like to be out in the sun. I like the rain. I like to see the grass greening up. I like to work in the garden. And so Alex and I decided we were going to go out to the thrift stores and look for garden equipment, because I don't know if you know this, diary, but the best place to buy your garden equipment, like your tools and things, is at the thrift store, because you don't need to buy those things new. They all still work wonderfully. You can just sharpen them up, you know, with a file or something. And so we were out looking around at the thrift stores, and I found this wonderful tool. It was like, it had a long metal handle, but it was also retractable, like you could twist it, you know, and then the handle would go up inside itself. And then on one end, it had like a rubber handle, but part of it was coming off, so it was torn a little bit, but that's okay. But on the other end, on one side is a hoe, like a blade for a hoe, and the other side is those 3-pronged cultivator things, so you can cultivate on one side, and then you can turn it over and you can hoe around a little bit, and then if there's something like clear back in the back of the bed, you can twist a little handle and stick it out there, you know, make it longer and hoe around some more. I love it. I loved it when I found it. So I bought that at the thrift store, and we found some pots, you know, that because pots are so expensive these days. I don't know what their kind of racket they're trying to run with these plastic pots. I mean, you can go to the dollar store and get them for like $1. But these places, you know, these fancy stores are charging $8.99 or something. I think it's criminal. It's a crime right there. I mean, how are people supposed to grow things, especially if you grow your own food because you don't want to pay the money at the store? Why are you charging so much for pots? Anyway, so it was almost a perfect day, but we decided that we were just going to go ahead and go to the McDonald's to get some lunch. You know, we weren't going to come home and cook or nothing. So we go to the McDonald's, and we're going through the drive-thru, and it was okay. Alex has made me start riding in the back seat because he gets frustrated with me. Because when he drives around, I swear he drives like a crazy person. So I'm always holding on to that old handle, and he gets mad at that. And I'm always freaking out when other people are pulling out in front of us, or, you know, slamming my foot on the floor like there's a brake there when there's really not one, and he gets all mad. So he said, Reggie, you have to ride in the back from now on if I'm going to drive. So, okay, whatever. But it worked out fine, because if I'm in the back seat sitting behind him, I can order my own food at the drive-thru. So we go through the drive-thru. I don't know what is going on in the world today, diary, but whatever happened to customer service? Where did it go? Is it the JonBenet Ramsey of the corporate world? Where is customer service? I don't know. Just disappeared. So we pull up, and McDonald's starts doing this thing, and they've been doing it for a while, and I am going to raise awareness about it because I'm sick and tired of it. You pull up there. I had 4 things on my list I wanted to get. I wanted to get a chicken sandwich, just the little $1 McChicken sandwich, a medium fry, a Diet Coke, and then I was going to get Alex a little something, like a hamburger or something. So we pull up there, and the girl's like, she sounds bored as hell. She's like, welcome to McDonald's, can I take your order? It's like, geez, glad to hear your voice, real chipper. You're a great voice for the company. So I'm like, okay, yeah, could I please get a McChicken? I always say please. And this is what they do that's making me crazy. I say, can I please get a McChicken? And she goes, okay, is that everything? No, that's not everything. I just barely started to order. It makes me feel like they just want to get me through, They don't want to deal with me. They don't have time for me. So I said, no, I need some more things. I would also like a medium fry. And she goes, okay, is that it? And I said, no, I said need more things. Plural with an S. So hold on a second. And she does this to me. I swear to God, I heard her. She didn't know that her little microphone was on. She goes, Oh, God damn it, Diary. Okay, so I'm like, okay. I would also like a glass of water, please. And she goes, okay, is that it? Oh, Diary. Oh, my God. At this time, my blood is boiling. And it's boiling right now, just talking about it. So I was like, no, that is not everything. I need one more thing. And she goes, well, what is it? And I said, you know what? And she said, you know what? And so I grabbed that hoe that I bought at the thing, that little garden tool, and I just stuck it out the window, and I started smashing on that little talk box. And I was like, girl, don't make me come up in there, because I will hoe the hell out of you. And she was like, I like to see you try. So I just started banging on that screen, and I accidentally shattered it. It broke, and Alex was screaming at me. He's like, Reggie, stop. And I was like, no, this girl she had no customer service. He's like, knock it off. You just got in trouble. You're going to have to do more community service. And it's like, this girl needs to do community service, where they teach her how to do customer service. So I'm there banging on this thing with this tool. And Alex, I don't know why he does this, but every time we go to a 4-way stop or whatever, or there's a crosswalk, or if we're in a drive-thru, he puts the car in neutral, right? And so I'm banging on this thing, and I broke the screen, and it fell out of the thing. And this girl is cursing at me over the microphone, and all of a sudden this huge, this person was huge. He looked like one of those Samoan football players. He comes blasting out of the back door of that McDonald's. And I was like, oh shit. I was banging on the thing, and I was like, Alex, go, right? He's reaching behind him trying to take the hoe away from me, and I'm trying to fight him off. And I'm like, go, because I'm afraid this Samoan man is just going to come squash me like a little bug. And so he starts gunning the engine, but we're in neutral, so we're sitting there. And I was like, Alex, put it in drive. And here comes the Samoan, it's like that scene from Jurassic Park where the Tyrannosaurus Rex is coming along, and trying to get the people in the Jeep, and they're driving real fast. Only we weren't going anywhere. We were just sitting there going, I was like, Alex, put the goddamn Jeep in drive. And he's like, okay. So he throws it in drive. Well, because his arm was behind me, trying to get the thing away from me, he wasn't focused on what he was doing. So we shot forward and went right through their little flower garden thing and tore up all these plants and bushes and stuff. And we nicked this little tree that was right there. So we're cruising all over, zooming back and forth, swerving. There's a car wash right there. We almost drove into the car wash, not through it, but into the side of it. Finally, we got it under control. Alex pulled his head out of his ass or whatever and took off. And we get home, and we go inside. And I don't know, it had to be about half hour later. There's a knock on the door. Guess who it is? It's my friend, Detective Casey. So, needless to say, somebody will probably have to be doing some community service here again. And I guess for this time, maybe I'll see if I can, teach a class on how to treat people. Lord knows we need it. But now I'm all disappointed because I didn't take care of that little hoe thing. I left it at McDonald's. But I'm sure I'll see her again. I don't know, I have half a mind to find out where she lives and call the police and tell them that she's dealing drugs out of there or something.
All right, well, I guess there it is. Until next time. Toodaloo Diary. Okay. Okay, how do I turn?